back, camera cut off. Now, like I was saying, the alpha male comes in here, right? The alpha male comes in to the nightclub. When he comes into the nightclub, he comes in like the world heavyweight champion. He commands, not demand respect. The men shake his hand, he takes pictures. He sees the women shake his hand, takes pictures, and he graces everyone with his presence. Everyone wants to be around the alpha male. I mean, everyone. And guess what? That is the time where you should learn from the alpha male. And the reason why we entitled the video Sex Game, Sigma Alpha Men and Women, the Use or Misuse of Money, is that when you're in the nightclub in the presence of alpha male, that's when you can ask all your questions. That's when the alpha male will tell you when you should spend money and when you should not spend money. What you should spend your money for and what you should not spend your money. This is where he displays wisdom, information, and tells you how to make yourself better. Same thing with the Sigma male. The Sigma male can give you some good advice on how to make money. Now let's talk about rejection. Now it does happen. Does the alpha male get rejected? Yes, I've even seen it. Now, how does the alpha handle himself being rejected? A lot of times, the alpha male smiles, says congratulations, shakes hands, and moves on to the next woman. Now, you might talk to 2 or 3 girls for about an hour, 2 hours, and the same way he comes in, like the heavyweight champion, he leaves like he's the heavyweight champion. And he might wait 5 months, 6 months later, come back, talk to a new set of women, and he will rise to the occasion and show everyone why he's the alpha male. See, the reason why I put dating game in it, the use versus the misuse, is that the alpha knows when to take a break. That is what's so great about the alpha male. He knows when to stop spending money. He knows when to take a break. It might be 6 months, a year, and then he comes back fresh, good as new. And the alpha also is selective in his approach. He might talk to every woman, but he's not going to date every woman. See, in the movies and the television shows, it's always set up where the alpha has to date every female. That's movies, television. In real life, he takes the approach to feel out everyone. And if he likes you, you can hang around him. If he don't like you, you don't get to hang around the alpha. That's a rule that I've learned from alpha males over the years. If he likes you, you get to hang in his presence. If he don't like you, you don't get to be in his presence. Same thing with the alpha female. If she don't like you, you can't be in her presence. If she like you, you're in her presence. Those are rules that have been there before I was born, and I've learned those rules. Now, does the alpha male and the sigma male sometimes hang out and talk to each other? Yes, they do. Now, they might have separate tables. The sigma will also get information and advice from the alpha. It's very rare if you see an alpha ever get information from a sigma. Sometimes the sigma male might congratulate the new alphas, and the alphas might tell the sigma males, keep up the good work, you're going to become an alpha one day. Same thing with the alpha female. The alpha female will talk to the sigma female, and they just give out advice. Now, the sigma female and the alpha female, they always hang out all the time. But the sigma female does do her own activities outside the hangout of the social area. Same thing with the sigma male. He does his own thing outside the social area. Now, you might say, how come I ain't brought in a beta female? Well, let's get to the rejection part of it, right? Now, the beta female is usually, they always depict it in movies and television. They'll depict it where she's fat and out of shape, right? But that's just stereotypes, because they always want you to think it's always a fat girl. It's not always a fat girl, okay? Sometimes it could be a skinny girl. Now, here's another thing of the use and misuse. Here's another one. Can BBW women be alpha females? Oh, yes. You may find that hard to believe, but I've seen some sexy, fine-ass BBW women that were known as the alpha female. If they were not the alpha female, they would be the sigma female. Okay? So you can get some fat women that could be the alpha female. It does happen. I actually seen it last year. So it does happen. You can get some girls tall, you can get some girls short that are the alpha sigma and the alpha female. It does actually happen. The misuse of money, because I'm gonna now explain it from the alpha male. What happens when he does misuse his money? When the alpha does misuse his money, it's it's in a situation where he ain't had sex in like 5 months, and he wants to see if he still got it. Sometimes he rises to that occasion, he got it. Sometimes he don't got it. Sometimes the alpha male, when he's supposed to get married, they do what they call it's called a strip tease, where the girls go to the Chippendales and the guys go to the strip club. So when you're engaged to get married, what the alpha does is the alpha tries to do it for the last and final time. They call it your last hoorah. That means before you get married, you're gonna go to the strip club one last final time before you get married to the woman to be, and that's supposed to be the last time you ever be Miss Pericus. That's basically what it's for. And what happens when the guy gets married and it's 5 years into the marriage, 10, 15, or even 20 years into the marriage, what happens is the alpha male misses that entertainment. He misses those challenges. And here's where the misuse of money come in. He tries to relive that all over again, whether he's in his 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and he tries to be like the guys that he went to high school and college with. He sees all these basketball, football players, and he tries to challenge all of them to still show I'm still alpha. But what he fails to realize is there's other alpha males now that can challenge for that title that he has. And he feels threatened because now not only that the Sigma male, the bad boys and the player Sigma males can challenge for that title, other alpha males can challenge for that title. So he feels threatened because he's now 40 or 45 years old and he hasn't gone to the nightclubs in almost 20 years, and he's divorced and he still wants to show I still got it one last final time. This is where the misuse come in. He spends too much money, he gets taken advantage of, like the beta male, because he starts making beta male mistakes. He starts staying in the club too long. He starts hitting on every female too much. And it becomes apparent to everyone that he isn't the same guy that he once was. This is when you hear stories of guys in their 20s and 30s telling the guys that are kind of creeping in their late 40s, mid 50s, you're getting too old for the nightclub and the bar scene. This is where this comes in. And that's where the fights and the confrontations take place. Because this guy wants to show, I still got it one last time. And that is painful with the misuse. Now, you might say, what about the